Wherever the Daedra hide, you speak to a vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any
suffering
Daedra.
the Daedra caused will
We will
not
hunt
go
you
unpunished.
down.
The vigil will
Walk
be watching.
always in the light, or we will drag you to it. The mercy of Stendar does not extend to Daedra worshippers.
What was that? Thought I heard something. No more!
Oh, hey there. You here to join the Dawn Guard, too? Truth is, I don't know this. I've never been anything like this before. I hope you don't mind if I walk up with you?
Well, well, you made it. Good. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? Not so... Here, take this one and give it a try. You'll want to get to know how to use it, if you really plan to join. Never seen a crossbow before, eh? I lost 2 wives to vamp. It's good to know that I will not have to do it alone. I'm glad this Dawn Guard exists.
I heard what's going on. The vampires, the Dawn Guard, all of it. I wanted to help, so here I am.
Go on, he's right inside. I'll tell you, the only thing more surprising than hearing from Isran after all these years was hearing that he wanted my help. I immediately realized things must be pretty bad. Looks like I was right. I have. There was a time... Their hearts are in the right place, of course. We left together, but that partnership didn't last very long. I didn't agree with some of his methods. Go on inside. Isran will want to talk to you.
Why are you here, Tolan? The Vigilance and I were finished with each other a long time ago.
You know why I'm here. The Vigilance are under attack everywhere.
You go ahead.
Vampires are much more
I'll
dangerous
talk to
than we
Isran.
believed.
So who are you? What do you want? You heard right. I'm glad word's finally starting to get around. I need someone out in the field taking a Tolan was telling me about some cave the Vigilants were poking around in. Seemed to think it was related to these recent vampire attacks. I knew it would come to this. This, originally owned by the Jarl. I'm trying to put it to good. There's only one. When it comes to vampires, if you're I've lasted this long because I don't take chances. I cover my... We hunt down in the old... Then people... Now I'm trying to re-establish. You already know as much as I do. And that's a compliment. Tolan, tell him about... What was it? Dim Hollow.
Yes, that's it. Dim Hollow Crypt. Brother Adelwald was sure it held some long-lost vampire artifact of some kind. We didn't listen to him any more than we did Isran. He was at the hall when it was attacked.
That's good enough for me. Go see what the vampires were looking for in this Dim Hollow Crypt. With any luck, they'll still be there. Feel free to poke around the fort and take what you need. There isn't much yet, but you're welcome to anything you can use.
I'll meet you at Dim Hollow. It's the least I can do to avenge my fallen comrades.
Tolan, I don't think that's a good idea. You Vigilants were never trained
I know what you think of us. You think we're soft, that we're cowards. You think our deaths proved our weakness. Stendar granted you do not have to face the same test and be found wanting. I'm going to Dim Hollow Crypt. Perhaps I can be of some small assistance to you.
You there, boy. Stop skulking in the shadows and step up here. What's your name?
My name is Agmir, sir.
Do I look like a sir to you, boy? I'm not a soldier, and you're not joining the army. Keep your eyes open.
Yes, sir. Isran.
Didn't I tell you to step forward? Farm boy, huh? What's your weapon?
My weapon? I mostly just use my paw's axe when wolves are attacking the goats or something.
My paw's axe. Stendar preserve us. Don't worry. I think we can make a Dawn Guard out of you. Here, take this crossbow. Let's see how you shoot.
Crossbow? I've never...
Yes, a crossbow. Best thing for killing vampires. Just take a few shots at those crates over there. That's it. Be on your guard at all times. Avoid sleep
What can I do
if you
for you?
can.
I've heard the rumors
Sleep
around Skyrim. I felt I
is
had
for
two
the
choices.
weak.
I
Watch
could
your
either
back.
live in fear of the night, or I could do something to help protect my people. All right, then.
Watch the recoil. Take some getting used to. That's it. That's it. Watch the recoil. Take some getting used to. You'll get the hang of it. You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again. You need to concentrate, boy. Try it again.
Isran found something for you to do, eh? Farewell.
You're mine!
You picked a bad time to get lost.
These vigilants never know when to give up. I thought we'd taught them enough of a lesson at their hall.
To come in here alone. A fool like all the rest of them.
He fought well, though. Jedon and Bresov were no match for him.
Right. Something's not. Now let. Finish this.
Yeah!
Is someone there? Is someone there?
What's that? Here you are.
Just 1 second. Let's see here.
Here you
That Skyrim job. Yeah, no kidding, man. Oh, boy. Well, it is Pride Month. So, wouldn't surprise me. Wow, just kicking a spider corpse around, ain't you? Oh, die. Dwarven sword. Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. I mean, if I end up... That's just it, man. Like, my friggin' weapons are like, I think in the 80s or something with attack. How in the world are you going to go and tell me that a dwarven sword ends up having 41 damage and it's going to end up giving me higher attack power? No. They never fixed that issue. Yeah. Like, I have a 36 and I've got a 65. But the thing is that when you end up actually putting them together, it ends up increasing. Hang on a second here. Is this thing actually... But the thing is, though, is that even though the damage would be lower, it ends up having that buff on it, which is something that these don't have. Why is this changing around on me now? What the heck? So, man, I swear though, this weapon drains very fast when it comes to absorbing 10 points of health. Like, I have not needed to charge up the Mace of Molag Bal like as much as the Blade of Woe. That's kind of annoying. See, this is okay. Okay, yeah, I take it back. This is a higher damage than this one is, and this one is obviously higher than either one of them, but there's been many times I've run across a bunch of different weapons that say that they're higher, and they're not. They don't match up with what I've got. And apparently there's this issue where if you have a very fast weapon in your left hand, that it makes your attacks faster for your right hand as well, which is weird. So it like goes both ways. That's really strange. Hang on a second here. Okay, yeah, I wanted to make sure that was coming through like it should. Good grief, man. You're carrying too much and are unable to run. Well, that's 49. Well, I don't need that one. How am I picking up these friggin' arrows, dude? I'm not picking up arrows. Why are the arrows just appearing in my inventory? 49 and 65. So I go back once again to 2 weapons that I have always utilized for a long period of time. But I swear that Dawnbreaker is a good weapon. Especially with the explosion that happens every time you're fighting undead, and it just blows out and kills everything else that's around you. Oh boy.
I'll never tell you anything, vampire. My oath to Stendar is stronger than any suffering you can inflict on me.
I believe you, Vigilant. And I don't think you even know what you found here.
Well, I like myself
so
in
go
there.
and meet your beloved Stendar.
Nathan, if you're attacking other things.
Are you sure that was wise, Lokio? He still might have told us something. We haven't gotten anywhere ourselves with
nothing. He served his purpose by leading us to this place. Now it is up to us to bring Harkon the prize. And we will not return without it. Vingalmo and Orthiof will make way for me after this.
Yes, of course, Lokio. Do not forget who brought you news of the Vigilant's discovery.
I never forget who my friends are. Or my enemies.
Yeah, I remember this. I remember a lot of this stuff that happened back on the PS3 version. I gotta go down there and I gotta get that chick out of a coffin. And she's a vampire, but there's some reason why she's in there. And then apparently something happens where I show up at the vampire stronghold. And then I'm in the I'm given that option of whether or not I want to be a vampire or if I want to join the Dawn Guard. Which, to be perfectly honest, I believe on this time I'm actually going to end up joining the Dawn Guard, because I faintly remember, because I know that obviously the paths divert.
And now you die.
But the problem is you can pick one side or another.
No.
Shut up! Low-key. Oh, my hand! Oh, what was this crap again? Didn't they all go to the end, or didn't they all go to the... I don't know. I can't remember. I think they all go inward, yeah, because I gotta get all the... Ah, frickin' monkey nuts. Well, that one's on, and that one's on, and that one's on. That one's on. It's only this one that isn't on. Oh. I don't think that one is either. Yeah, and then this one. Yeah, this is it. And so basically she's inside of here, but there's a reason why she's inside of here. Oh, well, she's got an Elder Scroll on her. I know that much.
Where is... Who sent you here?
Yeah, came out over a decade ago, and it's been modded to crapping back to the point to where it doesn't even look or function like Skyrim anymore.
I was expecting someone... like me, at least.
Well, they're dead.
Vampire. Yes. That's... complicated. And I'm not totally sure if I can trust you. But if you want to know the whole story, help me get back to my family's home. My family used to live on an island to the west of Solitude.
Trophy.
I guess they still do. By the way, my name is Serana. Good to meet you.
She's actually a pretty good sidekick when you end up having her as an ally. Like, I believe she knows magic, but then again, she can also have pretty good physical attacks, but I think it's mainly her magic.
Your guess is as good as mine. This place looks pretty different from when I was locked away. I'd rather not get into that with you, if that's all right. I'm sorry, it's not that... It's just that I don't know who I can trust yet. Let's get to my home, and I'll have a better sense of where we all stand.
They definitely end up having a lot of robotic movement. I ended up seeing the recent review that G-Man Lives ended up putting out. Well, he put it out some time ago, but he was talking about the game. And he was saying, you know, when you get in these long conversations with a bunch of characters, they just sit there and they just talk like puppets and they move like puppets. You know, it's not like there's really anything really interesting that's going on screen while you're involved within these story moments. And it kind of feels like that also on Elder Scrolls Online a bit, but with some smoother movements than compared to this one. But obviously, that's a newer game than compared to Skyrim.
Good question. Hard to say. I can't really tell. I feel like it was a long time. Who is Skyrim's High King?
That's actually a matter of debate.
Oh, wonderful. A war of succession. Good to know the world didn't get boring while I was gone. Who are the contenders?
I bet you need a shower.
Empire? What empire? Cyrodiil is the seat of an empire? I must have been gone longer than I thought. Definitely longer than we planned. Please, let's hurry. I need to get home so I can figure out what's happened.
I wonder if there's anything in Elder Scrolls Online in regards to her. Like, because that game takes place, I don't know how many years before any of the other Elder Scrolls games. So I'm wondering, like, if there's some kind of lore. Well, there's got to be. They always want to try to revert back to other things to try to add content onto it. I wonder if there's anything in regards to anything that's happened with her in that game.
Yes, it is. And it's mine.
It's mine. Elder Scrolls is mine.
It's complicated. I can't really talk about it. I'm sorry. It's on an island near Solitude. Hopefully we can find a boat to take us there. It's my family home. Not the most welcoming place, but depending on who's around, I'll be safe there.
Church of Satan in Idaho inviting families to a drag show in the local park. That doesn't surprise me. They're all demons. That doesn't surprise me at all. Anything at all that is going to be satanic and demonic, they're going to stand for.
Let's just say that my mother and father had a bit of a falling out. Don't worry, I'm not in any danger or anything like that. It'll just be more unpleasant to run into my father.
Alright. It's a freaking shame, man. I tell you what, good grief. There's gonna come a point where well, considering what had happened, obviously, yeah, something like this has been going on for years now when it came to this whole situation for like the past few years. But knowing how it seems like it's even getting more traction now, I mean, you already had people who were protesting the fact of what was happening, and it's going to happen again. I mean, there's no doubt about that at all. So, you know, good grief, man. It's just like I said before, that analogy that Jesus had put out about is, oh, dang it, I shouldn't have attacked it. She raised it to assist. I forgot she can raise dead enemies to assist. I didn't think of that. Yeah, and of course I got the explosion thing going on for like, I think it's like undead or corrupted type of enemies that also hits other enemies around the area with the Dawnbreaker sword. Which looks like, once again, oh, never mind. Okay, I'm not sure if it ever runs out of charges or not. But anyways, it's just like the thing that Jesus had ended up mentioning before with the analogy of it's better to have someone have a millstone tied around their neck and thrown into the sea than cause children to stumble and fall for following Jesus. And yeah, it almost seems like nowadays you want to take that in a literal sense.
I was starting to worry.
I mean, it really feels that way. I'm pretty sure it feels that way for a lot of people. And honestly, man, I remember that guy that I told you about, where I got into it with him and his wife with discussions we were having on Facebook. Well, I think I've come to a point where I just want to go ahead and unfriend him. I mean, every once in a while we might like something that one of us posts or comment on something that one of us posts, but I'm just getting sick and tired of seeing the degeneracy on my page. Like, he ended up posting a picture of him getting a pop figure of Deadpool, and it's basically a gay Deadpool, like he's covered in rainbow colors except for the top of his head. And he's like, well, it's that time of the month. And then his wife goes and comments on it, representation. I'm like, yeah, yeah. Let's represent these people who are basically degenerating children, and you know, all those parents, all those parents that took those kids to that show, they should all go to prison for child abuse, because that's exactly what it is. They should all be locked up, because taking a child to a strip club is illegal. Serving them mocktails, as it was referred to, is illegal, because it's basic. Yeah, it didn't have actual alcohol in it, but it's showcasing the fact that it could. It's showcasing the fact of something that adults end up having, and you're giving it to a child. You're putting dollar bills inside of mentally deranged men who want to dress up like men, or women, sorry. This mental illness, this sin, this sickness that infects their head, their brains. And, I mean, the only thing we can do is just pray for them. and hope for the best. But I tell you what, after that show happened, there was a lot of people protesting the fact and trying to talk to him. And once again, they run away like cowards. They run like cowards. Anytime they are ever brought anything up front for them to explain themselves for the things that they do, they're cowards. They run away. They can't explain it. They're just living their life. Yeah, you're living your life and you're corrupting others. That's what you're doing. And it's sick.
Where'd you come from? Done and done.
It's just like how Officer Tatum was talking about in a recent video that he put out regarding that. He's like, what in the name of Sodom and Gomorrah is going on here?
Where'd you come from?
And I'm like, yep, that's right. We're living in a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. I don't deny that in the least
Where'd
bit.
you come from? Done and done.
I don't deny it one bit. And it's also funny to me too that I'm to the point where I want to get a membership to Daily Wire because I want to check out some of the other stuff that they put on there. Because I want to see this documentary that Matt Walsh put out for What Is a Woman. I really do. Because you could just see with the way that things are phrased, the way that things are questioned, the things that he's talking about and asking, they're getting offended at everything that's being said to them, and they won't answer for themselves. They won't because they don't have a definite answer to it. They don't have any type of logic to it. They don't. It's all based around feelings. It's not based around any type of logic whatsoever.
Where'd you come from?
It's based around degeneracy. They can't bother to try to answer anything. It's like, oh, well, I'm a professor. Well, you really do suck as a professor because you don't know how to actually explain your actions and your logic behind what you're doing. You're a degenerate.
That'll teach you.
Oh, we got a word of power thing around here because I hear the singing of the Viking vocal band. Hang on a second here. Yeah. Oh yeah, they should do that. They should report it to the police. Every single one of those quote-unquote parents in there and those mentally deranged men need to be arrested and put in jail. End of story. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, we just want to be treated like everyone else. We just want to marry one another. And what happens? It spreads worse than the pandemic. It spreaded like a pandemic.
Who's there?
Oh, man, we got a dragonborn skeleton man in here. Well, that went fast. Whoa, what was that? It was her. Good grief. She knocked the crap out of him with that ice attack. That's what I was saying, man. Like, I'm going to join the Dawn Guard, but I think... I'm not sure. But I think maybe she does end up joining you, even if you do choose to be with the Dawn Guard. I can't remember. I really can't remember. Where's the dadgum word... phrase. Oh, there it is. Okay, because I didn't get that yet. You get close to it, the chants start coming. It's like there was a customer at work yesterday that was walking around with one of those "Love is Love" shirts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm sure bestiality is love too, isn't it? You gonna go and put pedophilia in there as well? Degeneracy, man. Hey, love is love. That's what it is, right? Love is love. I thought there wasn't any limits on love. Give me a friggin' break. You know what? I'm really glad that
Good to get outside and breathe.
I'm truly glad.
I miss the sunlight, but I do miss fresh air.
I know it sounds crazy, but I'm glad that my dad and my grandfather aren't alive to see this crap. I can only imagine. I can only imagine their thoughts on it. Heck, I feel like if they were alive, it probably would end up putting them in the grave. Yeah, exactly. Because of the fact that their minds being molded, still being molded at a young age. Let's see here. Not really worried about it. Well, I got stuck up over there, but like, there we go. I can't even remember what this word was that I got. I hate when it does that. Stamina. Oh, I got me a silver trophy, a Thum Master. Well, that must mean that I've got a lot of, well, it's called the Thums, the shouts, the way it's referred to in the games. I don't know why it didn't do the little jingle for me getting that, where it goes, you know, that thing where you end up getting a word of power. That's weird. Usually it ends up doing that, but anyways. But, I guess that Thum Master, I don't know if that's me just getting a lot of shouts, or if it's like I got all the shouts. I doubt I've got all the shouts. I seriously doubt that. Exactly. And the ones who are standing up for morality need to stand up, and they need to fight back against this. They do. It's just like, for example, yesterday, it was on this Christian message board, and there was a guy who, well, there was somebody on the message board that had posted about June is Christianity month, reclaim the rainbow. Now, obviously, we know it was the rainbow being a sign that God gave to Noah that he wouldn't go and flood the world again. And there was somebody who was on there that I guess they were Christian, because it was like, he said, I'm just kind of tired of hearing about this quote unquote reclaiming things. He said,
even in this way,
you know,
it's better than the cave.
Didn't Jesus actually tell us to be able to love one another and things like that? He was saying a few things in regards to that, and I was like, well, yeah, that's true. I said, but you need to stand up and be bold and be able to stand up and face against stuff like this. I said, God ended up creating us first to be strong and bold to stand up against this stuff. I said, there's a way for you to be able to say it and do it out of love, to be able to let people know like this without being judging, because ultimately God is going to be the one who's going to judge anyways. And so I said, and I had mentioned the whole thing about the rainbow deal that I just told you about, and I said, it's turned into a sign of degeneracy now. I said, it's not it's not a holy thing like God ended up intending it to be. So, and in today's modern society, it's not. Let's see. And it it hurts my soul that there's friends of mine on there that claim to be Christian, but they go and they talk about that love is love crap, and they go and talk about how basic human rights. So basically, you're telling me that, oh, you're Christian, but you believe in homosexuality, which is considered an abomination in the sight of God, and you're also going and basically talking about killing the newborn, and you support that, killing off God's children, and you claim to be Christian. You are a hypocrite to the fullest extent. And then people will go and say, oh, you're judging. No, God said it. I'm not judging. Read it. Read it and see what it says. I'm not judging. God had said it. You got to call things for what they are. It has nothing to do with judging. That is the number one thing they always go after every single time, is judging this. No matter what is said to them, it's always judging. They have no other line of biblical knowledge to be able to go and say anything about what is being said to them. They don't. They absolutely do not. That is the number one thing they always jump after, because for one, they don't read God's word. If they told you they read the Bible from cover to cover, they're a liar, because there's no way that you can read it and go and tell me that you don't believe anything that you've just read. I mean, it's sickening. I wish I could fly in this. Well, obviously I know you can with mods, with the PC version, because you could just probably throw yourself all over the map wherever you wanted to. I actually ended up going and pulling up a map for this, for like every single site that was discovered, and I'm probably going to actually follow through with that and see all the areas that I can go to and aim to find all the explorable places, so I can see if there's any other quests or any other things that I can get and find out over the course of, like, you know, who knows how long. Yeah, exactly. God's word is clear. It absolutely is. God's word doesn't change. Society will change day in and day out. God's word doesn't change, never will change. Past, present, or future. You know, you can't say anything. Oh my goodness, there's like 3 things here that I haven't discovered in and of itself.
This must be that beautiful Skyrim weather I've always heard about.
You're falling down the side, honey. That would be funny if she fell, and then I'd just have to save her somehow. I wonder if there's any way for me to hopscotch down the mountain here and survive. I've done that many times before. There's ways to do it as long as you know where to fall to, where to go to without killing yourself. And I mean, yeah, I've got to work on myself just as well as anybody else would work on themselves, but whatever knowledge that you do have when it boils down to biblical account and theology, then you need to express it. Yeah, you need to live it yourself just as well as the next person would, but you need to express it because you've learned about it. If you haven't learned about it, then that's one thing. You need to teach yourself on it. But if you haven't learned anything, then that's understandable. But you still need to, when you do know it, you need to live by it and you need to express it. You need to say it, because those who don't know it need to know it. Especially those who are claiming to be Christian, when in reality they aren't, when they go and they accept stuff like this. It's just like I've mentioned time and time again. There's friends and family of mine that I love and I care for, but there's also things that they do that I disagree with and that I don't want to put up with.
I do hope you know what you're doing with those flames. That's privileged information. Now, move along.
Was this a friendly area? I think it was a friendly area. Oh, I guess I can't go in there? Huh.
Halt!
Yeah, exactly. Your sin doesn't mean you can call out sin in others. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. You're thinking above others because you have Christ. Christ is right. That's right. Exactly. That's what I said. God had created us to be bold. There's a way to say things. There's a way to do things. There's a way to be able to express things, to show where it is where you're coming from when you mention this stuff. But no matter what, anytime you ever bring it up or talk about it, it is always thrown back in your face of, oh, you're judging me. No, I'm not. If you claim to be what you claim to be, then I wouldn't have to tell you this. I wouldn't have to explain myself to you. You would know this. Especially if you claim to be a Christian for as long as you have. I mean, it's one thing to be reminded of things. It's another thing for you to flat out go against God's word when you claim to be Christian. I mean, come on, man. Come on, man!
Halt!
No, I'm not halting.
Someone there.
Here.
Let it happen.
Don't hide from me.
I really should have got some magic training too, instead of just doing dual wielding. Well, you just kind of popped up in the air there. That was funny. Yeah, gummit, come on, stupid. Honey, where are you? You just let me get killed over here. Just a scratch. Nope, just dead. Where in the world is she? She was just in here, and now she's not here. I mean, she's not dead. They can't die. They can get knocked down and out for a while, but I don't think they can actually die. Your allies are pretty much invincible. At least, I guess that's the way that it would be with it being on the easiest. Of course, I got the music turned off. That's another reason probably why that thing didn't go off and I got that word of power. That may have been what had happened. Somebody accuses me of being judgmental. Well, yeah, it's just like what one of the things Matt Walsh ended up mentioning, something that kind of made sense. You know, with everything that you're going against when it comes to morality, and the only answer that those types of people have against you is, oh, you're being transphobic, and you're like, well, okay. Yeah, if that's what you want to say, then obviously nothing else I'm saying is getting through to you. So if that's what you feel and that's the way that you are, and you don't have anything else to back up any type of claim, in terms of the debate that we were trying to have, then if that's how you feel about it, well, you know what? Whatever. I mean, you're wrong. You're also wrong in the sense that you don't know how to back up what it is or what you're saying, and you immediately want to jump to you yourself want to immediately jump to a judging conclusion yourself. Oh, you're transphobic. No, that I have nothing to do with it. I'm also against the fact of people taking drugs and killing themselves off with drugs. So does that make me drug phobic? I'm against the fact that people smoking themselves to death, because I've seen both drugs and alcohol and cigarettes and what they've done to people in my family and also my friends. Does that make me like alcoholophobic or something stupid like that? I love them and I care for them, but I'm against what they're doing. And I have something to say against it. People are so quick to throw that term around nowadays that I honestly think that they don't even know what it means anymore. There's so much terminology that's thrown around nowadays. People just don't know what they mean, and they don't attempt to try to sit back and understand anything that's being said to them. Doesn't matter if you do it in a loving way, a judging way. No, it doesn't matter what way you do it in. Nobody ever wants to listen to anything, especially along the lines of morals and values. They don't. With the way the world is going, it wouldn't surprise me at all. Well, it's not going to surprise me, honestly. There's a way to do things out of forgiveness and love. It's another thing to just lay down and let somebody put their boot on the back of your neck. There's a difference there. Because, see, that's the argument that they want to make. They want to make that argument about, oh, you're judging me. The reason you're saying that is because you just want me to blindly accept everything that you believe in when it comes to this stuff. Even though everything that you are doing is completely immoral. That's what you want to do. Because you don't have any basis in terms of whether it turns into an argument or whether it's a debate to be able to back up what you're saying. That's the only thing that you want to jump to. You want to jump to that conclusion. Well, that leads me back outside, so this would lead me deeper into here. I could have sworn I ended up coming to this place at some point, but I guess I didn't. It must have been some other fort. And I thought that I was going to be fine coming in here. I thought they were going to, like, treat me as an ally, but apparently not. You know what? I just thought of this. I was like, man, you know, it's good that I don't have anybody from work on any of my social media pages, because I would imagine some of them would agree with me and some of them wouldn't, but they would see me in a new light at work. Because I excuse me, I obviously don't go and, well, I mean, I do talk some about the fact of things that's going on, especially if something is brought up or if I feel that I need to, but I don't go in any type of, like, deep debates or arguments or discussions about it. And to be honest, from things that I've seen in the way that people are there and how they act and things they say, they don't do that either. Except for that one guy that I told you that comes in and starts talking about certain things like that, and then I start reiterating back on my thoughts and feelings on it. Just like I told you before a few nights ago when he had apologized because he said that, it's like, I'm sorry, it's like, I respect your opinions. He said, I didn't mean to come off. I was like, no. I was like, you know, we talked about it and we discussed it and we did it along a mature route. So, you know, I mean, that's not going to change the way that I see things and how I feel about things, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, we got to work together. So, I mean, but you're not going to change any ways that I'm feeling about stuff like that. It's not happening. When it comes upon a normal moral system, I mean, good grief, man. People like that get confronted with the truth and morals and all that stuff, and they don't have a leg to stand on. They don't have a drop in the bucket to be able to try to give any type of valid response. It's always, let me call you a bunch of names and let me cuss you out constantly because I'm going to win this battle and I'm going to get the last word, even though I don't bring any real logic to the fight.
What was that?
As long as I'm cussing you out, I win the fight. That's what it is. It's that childish mentality. And by that point, that's when I stop saying anything, because there's no getting through to you. I'm not going to waste my breath if you're just going to stand there and just constantly be a broken record in one note about every little thing that's being said to you. What the heck was that?
That's
Die, damn you!
I actually had thought about trying this out on Series X, but holy macaroni. I told myself that I'm definitely going to have to, How did you get back here? How did you, were you in here and then just ran your way out? Shut up. Phobia is an irrational fear of something. Misusing the word. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's like, you don't have to worry about me judging you. It's a fact of what God said. You know? And that's one of the things that's kind of funny to me as well. The way that I've read different verses that are also taken from different the different translations of the Bible, and even though they utilize different words, they're all saying the same thing. It's just like that argument before that I told you about that my friend on Facebook ended up saying one day is like, oh, well, there's so many translations of the Bible. How do you really know that it's God's word and things are being said? You claim to be Christian and you're saying this to me. You claim that and you're going and saying, oh, there's so many well, clearly you don't even bother to read the Bible. Clearly you don't even bother to even research it. I mean, you don't. I mean, yeah, there's different words that's used for translations, but the ones that I've read for the different Bible verses that I've seen, they're all saying the same thing. It's all conveying the exact same message. It's just utilizing different words. I mean, I don't understand how hard that is to comprehend. I don't get it. Some of them use more words, some of them use lesser words. It's all conveying the exact same meaning. So it's just unbelievable. I don't need to be looking at these. I pretty much know what's going to be on them anyways. Yeah, exactly. It's in different books in the Old and New Testament. Yeah, exactly. I'm just sick of it, dude. Just like recently how Alex Jones ended up getting pissed off at it, which I like. I like Alex Jones, man. I do. He, you know, yeah, he does go over the top with the way that he's acting with things, but then again, I mean, it makes sense that he does, and the things that he says, he does go over the top with some of the ways that he, the way that he does things. I don't deny that in the least bit, you know.
Is someone there?
But still.
Aha!
Ah!
Ah! That's it. That's your best.
Well, clearly you're the one that died, so I guess it was, wasn't it? Yeah, because that's exactly what it is. I mean, if it's saying that it's God's word, then there's a reason that it's called that, and there's the reason that over so many thousands of years that it has been written by multiple men and has put out there, but every bit of it all lines up exactly the way that it's supposed to. I don't even know if I even have this. Oh, I already know it. Well, I'm just going to drop it then. I'm going to need it. Yeah, exactly. You can't cherry pick what you want out of the Bible and believe in it and not believe in the rest. That's not how it works. Like one thing, for example, yesterday, there's a guy who works at the front end in the on the customer service side, and he said to me, he said, "Hey," he says, "what's your shirt say?" And I said, "Oh," I said, "it says Jesus Strong on it." And of course, it has the verse from Philippians down there in regards to I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And he said, "Oh," he said, "I ended up having a guy that ended up coming in a few days ago that had invited me to his church," and he said, "I do go to church," he said, "but one of the things that he mentioned to me, and I'm guessing this is something he probably dealt with throughout his life." He said, "Well," he says, "you know that I'm black, right?" And obviously I'm guessing it was a white guy that ended up mentioning it to him. And he's like, "Yeah," he said, "but, you know, God loves everybody." And I said, "Yeah," I said, "that's true." And he said that, but then again, he still goes to a predominantly white church. And I told myself, dude, I mean, I don't know what he dealt with throughout his life when it came to dealing with church, but it doesn't matter what race you are. You can't be racist and be a Christian. I mean, yeah, there's been jokes that have been made from time to time, just like anybody else makes any jokes from any other races in terms of it being aiming it to be a lighthearted kind of thing when you're joking about certain things like that. But when you blatantly go and try to be racist towards someone in terms of like being in charge, then there's a problem there. Doesn't matter what race you are. It doesn't matter. And I know some people are going to be like, wait, it's Whitey's fault. No, it's everybody's fault when it boils down to something like that with the whole racism side of things. I mean, when it comes to the way that you're treating people in a church setting and people are being pushed away, number one, that doesn't need to be a church you need to be in, and you don't need to be around people like that. And obviously the guy I was talking to was a black guy, so like I said, I don't know his whole story when it came to that, but I was thinking to myself, I was like, you can't be that way. You can't be that way in church. You can't be that way at any point in time when it comes to that stuff. I mean, some of the things that I've said before, were they against the fact of things that were being said to me? Yeah, I mean, it has been, just like it would be for anyone, because I get sick and tired of me looking like I'm supposed to be the bad guy here, which is a load of crap.
I guess I was just sign of them.
So obviously, it's going to boil down to the fact of me standing up for myself and defending myself. I mean, it's not like there's anything to deny.
On starting a fire?
Why are you saying about me starting a fire? There's nothing. I don't have. Oh my gosh, that's another glitch that's in this game.
I've got to get out of here.
They go and talk about, oh, you got fire. Put your fire away. I don't have any fire on me, you idiot.
Leave me alone.
Well, okay, stay in prison then. I mean, if I have my flames out or something, that's one thing, but I wouldn't even have anything flame-related, and they constantly end up saying that. It's weird. Let's see. Comfortable with their own race more than they would be with others. Some exceptions. Christian faith, Jesus. Yeah, Jesus said all are welcome. Yeah, I know.
I've got to get out of here.
What are you looking at?
I guess I don't really need to talk to any of them because they aren't anything that's quest related.
I've got to get out of here.
Well, you guys are free, so do whatever. I'll let you out. You're just standing in there like a bunch of douche-tards. I mean, obviously there's things that I need, like I said before, that I need to work on myself just as well as anybody else does. All have sinned and fallen short of the grace of God. We need His grace every single day of the week. I'm not perfect, you're not perfect, nobody's perfect, but by the grace of God, I aim to be the best person that I can, and the only way I can do that is with Him. There's no humanly way possible to be able to do that on your own. I'm kind of wondering if there was some type of quest that was related with me going here. I mean, obviously I don't have it, but I'm wondering if there's something that is regarding it, and if it is, then if I happen to pick it up, then I guess I could just waltz right in and just make it happen. Unless somehow this place gets repopulated a bit. For whatever reason. Where is she? She just vanished, dude. Like she's gone. That's one reason why she wasn't helping me out. I have no idea where she's gone to. I'm just going to go and try to see what's going on with this cave over here. And I pray that it is not on top of a mountain where I've got to climb to go get to the dag-blasted thing. Oh, there's a ship over there, too. And there's some walrus people. The horkers. The porkers. Lower steep fall burrow discovered. Man, I feel like I actually want to turn the dag blasted music on just a bit. Well, that'll work. Just enough where I would actually be able to hear it. I guess I turned it down because I was listening to Spotify at some point, and it was like getting involved with what I was saying, like it was messing up what I was trying to say in a stream or trying to listen to something. So it wouldn't surprise me that I've been here before in probably a previous playthrough, because it definitely does look familiar, that's for sure. Oh, I agree. I mean, I wholeheartedly agree, man. I mean, given how things are now, no one side is perfect at all. And no one side's gonna change the world, but dude, let's be real here. Look at it from both sides of the aisle. Okay, let's see here. Charge again. Might as well go down here first. And oh, it's not chilly at all. Then again, I am a cold-blooded reptilian thing, so... Man, I hate that this is blurry. And obviously, yeah, it gets clearer when you get closer to it, but it's still irksome. There's not like anything down here. Unless this is supposed to... Well, never mind. I thought that was supposed to be some kind of mining thing. Okay, obviously it took me out there, and now it's out here. Oh... Yeah, this does look a bit familiar. Apparently, if I got knocked off, I would fall down here. I think there's some type of ice giant or something up there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, that's true, man. Okay, so clearly this was going to be one of those things, if I fell down from up there, I would land down here, and that would end up putting me back here for me to swim through here to go there. Yeah, this definitely looks familiar. From way back when. But I feel like I'm determined that whenever I end up playing any of these games, for me to get every place discovered, to try to explore everything that I could in regards to it. Alright, so clearly this isn't going to lead me up anywhere. I would have to actually go up higher to be able to get into whatever cave system to go up there. Because there's nowhere around here at all for me to... Yeah, there's nothing. There's there's no places around here at all. So clearly that would have to be some other cave system I would have to go into that would end up dropping me down here if I ended up falling. That just leads up to... Oh well. Yeah, I guess it could be utilized as a fast travel point, if anything. So that's what it's going to have to be. Hello, crab. I'll do it anyways. Oh, it's pretty. Let's see. I could have sworn I ended up exploring. Well, there's a handful of other different Orphan's Tier. A handful of other different ships that are kind of just shipwrecked off of the sides here, so. I'm not searching all these things. You know, I really feel for people who go and play these games and are like, hey, I have to explore every single nook and cranny of everything that exists. I'm like, there's no way. There's no way. Because you're pretty much going to be finding some of the same stuff anyways. I mean, really. Pretty much going to be finding some of the same things unless something specifically is like pointing out to you where you know there's going to be something special that's going to come out of it. You can't fight me underwater. None of you can. As well as I cannot fight it myself. Or fight myself. I can up here. Okay, I got hit by the arrow and you're going and screaming for whatever reason. I caught a fishy. Well, okay. Golden lockpicks. I only got 2 gold off a skeleton. Hi! Hi! I know we can't fight right now because we're swimming, but why don't you come up here? I guess you're not going to come up here. Come here. Come on.
You're nothing.
Where are you, honey? You were just down there and now you're not coming up here? Are you scared? You seem like it. Ah, there you are. Quick, all the SJWs jump on the bandwagon of protesting against Skyrim because I took out a woman warrior. And then the PC modders laugh because of things that they've done with mods in this game in regards to that. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, macaroni. Well, that didn't help anything. Where you going? Just gonna do a little floaty float. Okay, so I'm not sure if there was supposed to be some type of quest there later on, like if I were to pick it up somewhere, but clearly it wasn't at that location. Ugh. Soul captured, yeah, for the soul gems. Is it up here? This might be where that other section is that I would technically have to get to before falling down into that other section. Yep, yeah, I think this is the name of that other one as well, but this is a burrow instead of whatever the heck else that other one was called. Yep, this is it. I remember fighting this douchebag and he knocked me off the side a long time ago. But that was because I fought him on the bridge. Not this time, though. I got you now, laddie. Not this time, precious. Not this time! Glass Warhammer of Despair. I guess this is just one of those treasure cave things. You know, I got to thinking about this too when it comes to Bethesda games. Some of these areas that you go into, when it really seems like they're just wastes of time, I really wish that Bethesda would dial that back. Like, don't go and create areas in an open world that aren't going to have any kind of significant impact. Whether it's loot, and I know that that was loot, but I'm saying that if it's not going to directly involve some kind of quest or character arc or really interesting good loot or certain enemies to take out. I mean, this game and even the Elder Scrolls games in general do have those, but they don't seem to me like they have enough of them to really justify all these other areas that are put within the world. Like it's just padding. Now, the argument could go and be made that, oh, well, they're, you know, fast travel points that can get you closer to where other quests actually are. But if you had a more condensed world and it wasn't as big for whatever reason, then you wouldn't have to worry about that. It'd be easier for people to just kind of hike it to certain places or fast travel as close as they could and then just go from there. So, let's see here. That's another reason, like when it comes to open world games for me now, if things aren't fully grasping my attention, I'll move on to something else. I'll come back to it later, but I'm not going to stick around and kind of do the same thing ad nauseum, go into certain places that aren't going to offer any kind of real interesting incentive. And I realized that, yeah, this is a game that came out in 2011. So, during that time period, obviously, game design has changed. But, regardless of that, I still feel like it could have been something that could have been fixed. You know, because they'd already done it so much already with Oblivion and the Fallout series as well.
That's it.
So-
Out there to the north. We used to keep a boat around here to get
Oh,
there
now
and
you
back.
show up? What will you do? Just hanging out, waiting for me to just show up to get on your boat to take you back home? Well, I appreciate that.
This is the part where we usually get in the boat. You with me?
Woman, I just got here. Jeez. Can't stand traveling with you. You don't even bother to help me or go anywhere else. You just wait here for me to get back. Let the man do the work. Let him do the hard work.
I'm no fan of the sun, but it would be better than this.
Castle Volkihar. I don't even remember there ever being anything of any interest around the sides of this place, so.
Go on, get out of here. You're not welcome here.
Where? What are you doing? You could have already been running and
So,
been up there.
Before we go in there.
What is it now?
Fine, don't worry about it.
Woman!
When we get in, you won't have to babysit me anymore.
That'd be good.
Lady Serana's back. Open the gate.
She's back? How long was she down there?
Way I heard, Lady Serana's been gone a real long time.
Yeah, no kidding.
Lord Harkon's a great man. Best show him the proper respect.
Let's get indoors. Or in a cave. Anywhere.
I know she said that ad nauseum. Yeah! Yeah, she ditched me. I'm like, what the heck, man? You're supposed to be following me around. I never told you to part ways with me or just wait somewhere. You were supposed to be by my side. You didn't even help me in the daggum battle of overtaking that keep. You just went somewhere else. Went over there to wait until I showed up at the dag-blasted jetty to go over there to take you home.
How dare you trespass here? Wait, Serana? Is that truly you?
Get out of my way, woman.
I cannot believe my eyes.
As you skate across the floor. I cannot believe my eyes, and you slowly walk back.
My lord, everyone! Serana has returned.
I guess I'm expected.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe it! Call Blimey!
My long-lost daughter returns at last. I
How to find
trust
your
you
woman,
have my eldest
loser.
scroll.
While you're
After
out
all
shopping
these
and
years,
running
that's
around.
the first thing you ask me?
How do you do that?
Yes, I have the scroll.
Of course,
She
I'm
has the
delighted
scroll.
to see you, my daughter. Must I really say the words aloud? Ah, if only your traitor mother were here. I would let her watch this reunion before putting her head on a spike.
Oh, that sounds
now,
lovely.
Tell me, who is this stranger you have brought into our hall?
This is my savior, the one who freed me.
For my daughter's safe return, you have my gratitude. Tell me, what is your name?
These nits. Ha ha! Got him. You first.
Very well. I am Harkon, Lord of this court. By now, my daughter will have told you what we are.
You're a reclusive cannibal cult. I don't really care what you are. You're vampires.
Not just vampires. We are among the oldest and most powerful vampires in Skyrim. For centuries,
Appear out of
we
nowhere
lived
like
here,
magic.
far from the
Good
cares
grief.
of the world. All that ended when my wife betrayed me and stole away that which I valued most.
Don't I get a reward for finding
I
your
was
daughter?
about to suggest that very thing. Yes, you most certainly deserve a reward. There is but one gift I can give that is equal in value to the Elder Scroll and my daughter. I offer you my blood. Take it and you will walk as a lion among sheep. Men will tremble at your approach and you will never fear death again.
I'm a werewolf. Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
Yes, I can smell it on you. The power of my blood will purge that filth and make you whole again. I will banish you from this castle. I will spare your life this once, but after that, you are prey. Perhaps you still need convincing. Behold the power! This is the power that I offer. Now, make your choice.
I don't want to be a vampire at this point in time. A lot of people go and talk about, oh, it's such a powerful thing, and I can't remember if you end up getting a skill tree for that or not, but I don't know. I'd rather just deal with the Dawn Guard as of right now.
So be it. You are prey, like all mortals. I banish you.
Yeah, because I've done it before. I was thrown outside of the castle. Not to go back. So now it's a matter of me going back to the Dawn Guard peoples. Vampires again. Well, if we're talking about Twilight, then yeah. All the way to the other side of the map. Ugh. All the way here. That's a long trek. Oh boy. Well, I'm off tomorrow. I need to get something going. Oh my gosh, I warp all the way here. I figured it would have actually put me like right up at the castle gates. Or something. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Well, I ain't got no stamina. If you give me a minute, I'll get some. Well, I could really just hotkey. There we go. It's in my hotkeys. My shortcuts, if you will.
Never should have come here.
What? Oh, that's right. Now vampires are going to show up here as well. I forgot about that. I forgot all about that.
Oh, well, must have run off.
She just tumbled down the side. Oh, she's stuck in a hole. Stuck in the crevice. That's funny.
What do you need? Till next
Isrin.
time.
What the heck you got around you, dude?
Look at this. I should have known it was only a matter of time before they found us. It's the price we pay for
you're right.
recruiting. We'll have to step up our defenses. Of course. Why did I suppose differently? Fine. Tell me what you know.
Jeremy Soule and his majestic music. I think Jeremy Soule did this.
A woman? Trapped in there? That doesn't make any sense. Who is she? More importantly, where is she? And so you delivered her to them. They what? And you didn't stop them? You didn't secure the scroll?
I don't know what's going on, man. Good grief. Too many of them and only lucky one of me.
So they have everything they wanted, and we're left with nothing. By the Divines. This couldn't get much worse. This is more than you and I can handle. Well, of course we do. I'm old, not stupid. We're just going to need some help. If they're bold enough to attack us here, then this may be bigger than I thought. I have good men here, but there are people I've met and worked with over the years. We need their skills, their talents, if we're going to survive this. If you can
Junebug,
find
welcome.
them,
How's it going?
we might have a chance. Right to the point, aren't you? I like that. Not like those fools in the Order. We should keep it small. Too many people and we'll draw unwanted attention to ourselves. I think we'll want Serene Gerard. Breton girl, whip smart and good with tinkering. Fascination with the Dwemer. Weapons in particular.
Last
I knew, she was out in the Reach. Convinced she was about to find the biggest dwarven ruins yet. Might need a little convincing, but she should. You'll also want to find Gunmar. Big brute of a Nord. Hates vampires almost as much as I do. Got it into his head years back that his experience with animals would help. Trolls in particular, from what I hear. Last I knew, he was out scouring Skyrim for more beasts to tame. Bring the two of them back here, and we can get started on coming up with a plan. Isn't it obvious? They're soft, the lot of them. Totally unprepared for any real threat. And yet I was the one ridiculed for trying to be ready for anything.
Well, good you slept in.
Too
Body probably
extreme,
needed
they
it.
called me. Yeah. That doesn't seem to have worked out in their favor now, has it? Vampires need to be dealt with. Hunted, rooted out, destroyed. Once there was a group dedicated to a similar cause. They called themselves the Dawn Guard. That was a long time ago, but the idea was and is a good one. That's why I'm bringing it back. This latest attack proves it's the right time. Watch your back.
Watch your back. Wait a minute. Gotta actually... Oh, okay. I think some people were actually saying that the vampire side of things was more interesting than the Dawn Guard side of things, but oh well, at some point I'm going to end up wanting to find out about both of them anyway, so I don't understand why it's always taking me so long to be able to get through some of these this game with various times that I've played it. Yeah, there's definitely some other areas that need to be explored. So I need to recruit Sorin Gerard. Or however you say it. It's just like, for example, man, my lady, I don't understand how she does it. She started working at the office now, and one of the offices now, and she just, like, she'll go to bed kind of late. She gets up at 5 o'clock, 5:30 in the morning. I'm like, good grief. I understand if you need to get up and shower and eat and all this stuff, but I don't know. I guess once she gets acclimated, she'll be working from home maybe a little bit more often, but I'm like, how? It's like, how do you manage to pull this off? I can't do it, man. Oh, I hit my horsey. Be careful? You're telling me to be careful for attacking my horse? Which I didn't mean to do. Ah, it's a dragon! Land! Just land so I can attack you. I guess I'm gonna have to utilize some type of magic. No, I've never heard of him before. I always hated this crap. They fly around and... See, that didn't do jack squat. For crying out loud. I'm not friggin' waiting around. My horse can't do jack squat. Land! I could use magic, but... There's the song! Oh my gosh! Oh man, did you see that? There was a bear got sucked down the freaking rapids and thrown down there. Is he dead? No, he's still alive. Oh my goodness gracious, there he is running off. Oh, that was funny. That was great. I'm gonna have to utilize some kind of magic to knock him down. Oh, now you land. Yeah, you land far away from me. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I'm gonna try to use bend will on him and see if that does anything. He lands on the other side, yeah, of course, and then he takes off the moment that I get closer to him. He's just attacking things just to attack things, dude. Go! That didn't do nothing. I'm not dealing with this crap. Oh yeah, but of course the thing that I have to find or do. Why are you attacking me? Were you the one that was flowing down the river? Shut up. Oh, here he is, injured because of the stupid dragon, and I can't even activate the quest because he or... Was that a chick? No, that's a dude. No, that's a chick. Good freaking grief. Can't even activate the dag blasted quest because they're in a fight with the daggum dragon that I can't even attack like I want to. Whatever. What is this other area over here? You can't wait when enemies are nearby. Yeah, no kidding. Oh, yeah, they're all the way over there, like, in a fight. Whatever. Deep Folk Crossing. I actually think that this was one of those edge of the world areas that I think we just utilize as a fast travel point. Yeah, I believe it is, knowing where it's located.
Stop right there. You
Bounty
have
collector.
quite the bounty on your head in the Reach.
Oh, and there's the dragon again.
I see that your name is cleared.
Never should have come here.
I don't care. Well, yeah, let's have a dragon attack us at the same time where I'm putting up with you. Search. What I think of you.
Go!
That Ben Will didn't do jack squat. Like, what? And it's maxed all the way out, so, like, what? Oh yeah, he definitely is a great composer for sure. Let me think here. Maybe fire breath? That's a frost dragon, so. Summon Spectral Assassin. Until he's defeated. Nice. Oh, it's empty. Never mind. Power's going to be used once a day with that one? Oh, well, I haven't used it yet again. Fire again. Yeah, that was great. I always hated fighting dragons in this friggin' game. Because if they don't land, then you have to utilize range things, whether it's a bow or whether it's the friggin' magic, and it's just aggravating.
Yeah.
And you can only hope that they actually land somewhere so you can attack them head on. Especially considering the fact how herky-jerky. Man, screw this crap. I'm sick of this friggin' crap waiting around. Good friggin' grief. I'll get away from them at some point, but this is so stupid they put this in the game and they can't even... Like, I guess it depends on the terrain that you're on. Like, they can't find some place to land. You could be out on a flat area of land and they still don't know where to friggin' land at. They just stay in the air the whole time. Oh my gosh, get away from me. Oh, now you land. Now you freaking land. Now you freaking land, you freaking stupid. Yeah, and of course then you fly away, and then you're gonna be up there for like forever and a friggin' day. Land! Oh, well, there we go. Well, I'm hitting him and it's not registering. Finally, it's dead for the love of money. Look at all that glitchiness. Ragdolling everywhere. Give me your soul! Alright, man, I'll talk at you later. And that wing is still flipping. No, I hadn't heard anything about it. Well, at least that one's down. Good grief. Now I can finally try to get back and talk to this dude. Or chick. I think it's a dude. Or maybe it's a chick. Oh, she had a little bit of a... Oh, now my spectral assassin shows up? Okay. Yeah. Everything else is just gone, but the moment that I end up getting out of a battle and come back, that's where they are. Yeah. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. Makes a lot of sense, Bethesda.
You haven't seen a sack full of dwarven gyros lying around, have you? I'd swear I left it right here.
The sandwiches?
Do you think mud crabs might have taken it? I saw one the other day. Wouldn't be surprised if it followed me here. Oh, just look around, will you? Isran? No, you must be mistaken. I find it hard to believe he's changed his mind. Anyway, I'm quite happy in my current pursuits. So if you'll excuse me... Yes, that was my point. Look, what is it you want from me? Vampire? Oh, and I suppose now he remembers that I proposed no less than 3 different scenarios. Well, what are they up to? Well, that... I'm not sure what they would do with one, but in this case, Isran is All right. If nothing else, I suppose it wouldn't hurt to learn more about what... But I'm not just going to abandon what I've been working on here. It's too So either I need to find the satchel those mud crabs stole, or I need another gyro from someplace. You wouldn't happen to have one, would you? Fine, fine. I can't afford to forget about... Now, where is it I'm supposed to be going? Ah, been working more on his secret hideout. I'll finish up here and head in that direction as soon as I can. See you there.
Alright. In a way, I kind of feel like if I would have just taken on that quest, that maybe she may have been able to get something or utilize something for the betterment of what's going on here. Oh, there it is. Well, I should have. Oh my gosh, here we go again with this crap. So too friggin' heavy. Yeah, I could see why that is. Good grief, what in the... And then she's just gonna gradually walk all the way back there and stop where she is. Okay, I need to get something to eat. I haven't eaten anything today, and I need to do that. I'm going to be heading to work in about 3 hours, so I need to chill out some, get something to eat before I head to work. But I will be back tomorrow streaming something else. Probably a little, probably like after 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. I'm off work tomorrow, so I may do that. More than likely do that for a bit. But, yeah. Ugh. Oh, well. Well, I do appreciate everybody coming out. And I'm sorry, Junebug, that, you came in kind of late. I don't mean to have the conversation be abrupt or something, but honestly, dude, like, I'm famished. I need to eat something and chill out for a bit, but I'll be back again tomorrow, like I said, around after 10:30 Eastern Standard Time, and then I'll be streaming something. But anyways, but I do appreciate everybody coming out, and I'll be back tomorrow, and I will go ahead and end this like I always do, as we stare at my summoned spectral assassin here. Later taters. Later taters. Okay, there we go. All right.